Namaskar, my dear friends. So let us continue the discussion about schematic design using dsPIC microcontroller, and we have already discussed about the design for dsPIC33CK 64MC105. So we have taken TQFP 48 pin package. So this is very versatile package. As you can see, this particular series is having 28 pin package, 36 pin package and 48 pin package. So we have taken the best one, which is 48 pin package. We have actually developed some of the applications like for BLDC motor driver and PMSM motor driver. Okay, and what we will be discussing today is a complete schematic design for general purpose schematics, not any particular specific schematic. And then we will also see the bill of materials. All right, so you have already seen the data sheet and various aspects of this particular microcontroller circuit design. So this is basically 16-bit digital signal controller with high speed ADC, op amps and comparator, as well as high resolution PWMs. Okay, so let us quickly see the circuit design. So as you have seen, we had PWM pairs that was mentioned here. Then we have programming using ICSP package, ICSP programming techniques. Then we have the pin configuration completely made, right? So you can see we have ADCs and all various functions are there properly managed. Okay. We have used one crystal oscillator as well to give a separate crystal oscillator frequency, or otherwise you can utilize internal oscillation as well. Then we have a proper managed power supply, so from 5 volt to 3.3 volt. This power supply has been actually coming from a 5 volt regulated power supply. So I am not taking a unregulated power supply. It is a very fine 5 volt regulated power supply which has been protected as well as put with ESD diode as well. Okay, so fuse and ESD diode has been used to protect the power supply input. Then this is the LDO that has been used to convert it to 3.3 volt. We have the uh, this particular push button which is used for reset functionality, and several other parameters are there, like we have user LEDs, we have push buttons, we have deep switches, and this already we have explained you in our previous video. This is the decoupling capacitor for your power supply pins and AVDD pins. Okay, so this also we have already explained you. Various other parameters we have already explained is about like audio buzzer we have used, like magnetic transducers. Then we have ADC functionality. For that we have used buffer as well as filters. Okay, similar to that, one more ADC is being checked for external daughter board. So this external daughter board interface is also made by giving the power supply as well as ground, and 4 signals are there. Okay. Similar to that, we have EEPROM, like 4 kilobits of EEPROM is there using I2C. Similar to that, we have RTC functionality, like real-time clock functionality using same I2C. And then we have one more temperature sensor using I2C. So you have I2C various functionality, any one of them you can utilize at a time. Okay. Similar to that, we have one analog temperature sensors that can be used for various functionality of temperature measurement and all. Okay. Then one more parameter was there, which was IR sensor. So IR sensor has been used. Coming back to the last one, we had seen that this is RS485 transceiver. So this RS485 transceiver can be used as a driver as well as receiver. So to make it receiver, you have to pull it low. Okay, otherwise it will be working as a driver, because driver it has to be pulled high. So permanently it has been pulled high. So this RS485 transceiver is working as a driver, and this is working using your UART to RS485 converter. So UART signal are coming, and then RS485 transceiver is there. So this is how you are going to send it to your D9 connector. For simplicity, you can have a 4-pin connector, simple. Okay, simple 4-pin connector. So in that we can have let us say 3v3, and then one ground pin we can have, and then one will be A and B. So these two signal can be sent very nicely. Okay. So this is how it can be made very simple instead of using your dsub9 connector. Okay. Alright, so this was all about the circuit that we had already seen in my like previous session as well. However, what we'll do is we'll quickly just go through the bill of material that we have made for this particular circuit. Okay, so this will help you to understand what are the things that we need to take care of. Okay. Alright, so this is the bill of material that you can see. We have like items, then quantity, then we have a reference, we have part number, parts, or like we have manufacturer part number, description, then we have assembly and footprint. Okay, so assembly will tell you whether it has to be put on the PCB or not, right? Now as you can see, we have 10 microfarad, then 0.1 microfarad, and all other parts are there. So each one of them, their particular like a manufacturer. So if I just make it like a freeze, let me just freeze pan I should do. Okay, so as you can see, yes, so as you can see, we have parts and manufacturer and all other information. So we'll just see one by one. So you can see we have capacitors, then we have diode, LEDs, we have fuse, we have connectors, then we have MOSFETs, we have resistors. All resistors, if you want, you can have from Stackpole or otherwise Vizadel or any like several manufacturers are there for resistors. So generally I prefer like Vizay or Stackpole or even Panasonic. Okay, so any one of them you can take up. Then we have like dip switches and like push buttons. Then we have all other ICs, like you can see the microcontroller is there from a microchip. Then we have temperature sensor, sorry, it is regulator from Texas Instruments, then op amp from Texas Instruments. We have IR sensor from Vizadel. Then we have RTC from Analog Devices, that is Maxim Integrated. We have EEPROM from Microchip. Then we have sensors, temperature sensors, both of them are there from Texas Instruments. Then we have like RS485 transceiver, that is from Analog Devices. We have the magnetic buzzer, that is audio buzzer from CUI Devices. We have a high frequency crystal, that is from IQD frequency, and then we have low frequency crystal, that is from ECS. Okay, so this was all about the complete like circuit diagram as well as bill of material that is there. So if you find it useful and if you find it like it is required for your design purpose, for a various applications like motor driver application, or like a power inverters or converters and all, AC/DC converters and all, then you can reach out to us and we shall be able to give you the complete circuit design for specific designs. Okay, thank you.